Hey, thanks so much for stopping by the YouTube channel of the Tech Geeks. We're a group of professionals based across Australia, New Zealand and the UK who just love finding solutions for our customers. This YouTube channel is a collection of performance reviews, box openings, how-to guides and things that we find that are useful for our customers. We love your feedback, good or bad. We're only human, we want to improve, we want to learn things as well. But I hope that you'll maybe dig in and be able to find some gold in what we've got here as well. On an ongoing basis each month, I try and give you an idea of what's happening with the vendors that we supply and what I think the supply chain is doing as well. We're based here in Australia, so most of this covers Australia and New Zealand and what we see supply like in those areas. So it might be slightly different in your area of the world. So let's maybe start off with firewalls. This tends to be the cybersecurity time of the year. So let's have a look. If we start maybe with Sophos. Sophos a few months ago, probably about 5 months ago, started to bring their Gen 2 desktop models in. So we've got the XGS 88, the 108, the 118, the 128 and the 138 with double performance reviews that we've seen on those, which is really, really cool. Now we see some of the other vendors. We've seen WatchGuard. So WatchGuard is starting to revamp their solutions as well. So we now see the T 125, 145 and 185. I'm sure we're going to see some rack mount units refreshed soon as well. All about better performance and throughput. What we can do obviously on a day-to-day basis as threats grow, we need greater performance to be able to deal with those. If we look at SonicWall are sending, this is probably one of their biggest refreshes for quite a few years. We're seeing that across the whole range. So in moving to the 80 series, the 8 at the end, so we've got the TZ280, 380, 480, 580, I think it is 680. Then in the rack mount models, we've got the 2800, the 3800, the 4800 and the 5800, and probably there will be a top end unit there as well. In the Fortinet side, we're starting to see the G series come out. So we're starting to see a 30G, I think it's a 50G, a 70G, a 90G, and I think it's like a 120G off the top of my head. So we're starting to see a big refresh, and this probably happens every 3 to 5 years with the security vendors. Of those new units, some will have to get ratified before they can be sold in certain countries. So we will start to see supply happening of those. But generally, probably for most of those new units, allow yourself 14 to 21 days should be pretty good. So we're starting to see some good stuff in hardware refreshes there, especially here in Australia. We're starting to see the new rollout of faster speeds happening middle of this month on the NBN network. So a lot of these firewalls are geared towards that style of performance increase in the throughput of our networks. And what do we see happening maybe in the wireless space? The common ones, obviously Ubiquiti. We had a fairly sort of quiet August, probably the end of July and August. There's no real new products particularly that came out. There was part of the power amp range, there was a change for that. And for a very short period of time, we saw the G6 bullets in black become available, not become available again, but hopefully seeing those soon. We've had big promises of the black G6 turret, and we're still hanging out for the G6 black PTZ as well. Both really promised in Q3 of this year, so we still have a few weeks. What else have we seen? Well, we starting to see some of the Superlink products. These are environmental monitor side of things. Just seen the environmental monitor, the USL environmental, that was released just in the last day of August. So we're starting to see that, along with a PoE siren, which fits into Unify Protect for some sort of alarm bits and pieces that you might be wanting to do as well. We have seen a G6 Pro released, and we're hanging out, like I said, for a whole bunch of new pieces of equipment that are just on the cusp. There's a 2-camera, I think it's the AI 180 or G6 180, a 2-headed camera that we're starting to wait to see, and a new G6 360 as well. Both in this quarter, along with, like I said, some of the black cameras. We've got pre-orders open for those where we've got prices at the moment, so please jump on there as well. Otherwise, supply has been a little bit hit and miss, especially with the G6 turrets in white and the G6 bullets as well, but supply is starting to catch up with those. Issues with things like the 210 watt power pack, We still have these coming in, but again, probably often allow yourself about 14 days delivery on some of those. Then what have we got? We've had some new access points coming across from Ruji. We've got an in-wall model. We've got the RAP, I think it's 60, the RAP 62 and the 72, which are pretty good to look at. Exciting things that we've seen on the bridging. So we've seen the EST 450G, which is a 120 degree antenna, if you want to call it that, so we can do point to multi-point with buildings and add in the 350G or the 330 FP, I think it is. So some new products coming there, and supply is picking back up again for those. TP-Link, again, seen some interesting introductions of DSL routers for those people who do still on ADSL or VDSL, which is a great space. Multi-failover SIMs on those, seen some new of the Deco units and some new wireless 7 access points. Again, supply is pretty solid of those, but do just allow it. If they're a brand new unit, we probably won't have a lot of stock at a time. What else have we got in there? We've still got some of those other vendors that we deal with. D-Link continue to evolve in the product line that they've got. Cambion have got some great products there on the horizon as well. But those are probably some of the key ones that we look at this moment in time. Just remember, we're now heading very quickly. If you're in Australia and have been to Costco, you'll see the Christmas trees are up for sale. Just a reminder that we're heading quickly towards Christmas and then into Chinese New Year after that. So I think that probably what we see over these next couple of months, September and October, will be our key shipping that will stock that will allow us through to the end of the year. So do just be aware of that as you become closer to the end of the year, and the products that you might need to buy, that stock will probably start to dwindle, and we will start to hit that early December through to beginning of February, where we often see a slowdown of the amount of product that's held in the country just for shipping because of public holidays and everything else like that. So hopefully that gives you an idea of where I see the market is at on stock, and all of those new cybersecurity products that are on the way out as well, which is really exciting. Please do keep an eye on our YouTube channel. We've got plenty more performance reviews coming, quite a lot more videos around cybersecurity. What do I need to just stay safe? Is one of the questions we get asked a lot. What do I need? Two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication, hardware firewall, software firewall, antivirus, managed detection and response. All of those questions we're going to be answering as well. So do hang around this channel, subscribe. I'm sure that you'll find some gold in here. And again, keep the feedback coming.